Why, excuse me, why are you lying about the 4 wives? You just said that Islam doesn't teach that you can have.
Do you want to have a discussion with me?
Can I ask you one question? Why did you lie?
Well, I'm asking you a question first. Do you want to have a discussion with me?
I want to have a discussion, but I would like to you to answer why.
Do you
touch me, please? Thank you.
No, you shouldn't curse. You shouldn't curse.
The whole lot, and you don't want to flipping take a piss out of them. Are you mad? Fuck off.
Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them.
I'm Hindu, yeah?
You're Hindu. I understand.
People can't come here and start preaching.
And force their beliefs on other people, isn't it? I know they have some sort. Yes. No, actually, I think they've been coming here a few times. They're looking for me. You know, I don't know why they're looking for me. If you're looking for me, sorry.
They have all the places of the world. They come to disturb us. The Holy Spirit.
Right.
Yeah, I want to ask you, but
but you can't do all this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? What, curse them for what? For preaching their own religion? Are you mad? Yeah, you're causing problems in this world. All you lot. You are.
She's a lady. You should be sweating.
No, man. I don't give a damn.
He's handling it. Don't worry about it.
I'll talk to her. Don't worry. So you want to talk to me? You said, right?
I will, but I would rather he leaves because he makes you feel uncomfortable.
He's a Hindu brother. I don't control him. I don't have authority over him. This is a public place. I cannot say to him, leave.
We're Indian. We're all the same color, yeah? We look after each other.
No, he's not Indian. He's Arab.
He says we're the same color. He says we're the same color.
We're the same color. We are the same color. Go away, man. Fuck off.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll see you. Thank you for your time.
Sorry, I'm a bit shaken up by.
Oh, it's okay.
Did he touch you?
I thought.
No, he was very abusive. Is that not abusive to you?
Telling her what he's saying is abusive.
I think he saw you. I think he saw you. And he saw your actions of trying to push your belief on other people. We're standing here peacefully. You're coming with 3-4 cameras, trying to tell us what you think and what is your belief and what you want. We didn't invite you here today, I'm sure. I have no idea that you guys are coming here today. So he saw something from outside. He doesn't know who you are. He doesn't know who I am. I never met this guy in my life. And he's a Hindu, as he stated himself, right? But he saw you. He felt you guys are pressing yourselves, trying to enforce your beliefs on us. So then he was trying to kind of give you a taste of your own medicine. That's how I felt. Right? But he seems like a nice person. That's how I saw.
Do you think it's okay to swear and abuse women?
Swear and abuse women? Of course not. Absolutely not. It's not okay. Absolutely not.
You just said that it was justified.
Do you think it's okay to force your beliefs on other people?
No, I'm not forcing. I just asked you, why did you lie?
I didn't say you were. I just asked you a question. Do you think it's okay to force your beliefs on other people?
I don't force my belief on anyone.
Excellent. So do you want to have a discussion with me? That's the first question I asked.
I want to ask, yes, sure, we're having a discussion now. So why did
So in a discussion, two people engage with each other. We don't interrupt each other, hopefully. And you're trying to teach me something, and I'm trying to teach you something. Is that correct?
I wanted to find out, how come did you lie to that man?
How comes I lied to that man? I will come to my question to that man. Can you first affirm the premise of what we're doing? Do you agree that in a discussion, someone teaches the other person something, the other person learns from the other person, we allow each other to speak, it's a dialogue, it's not a monologue. And we also answer the points that we make. So I hope you're listening to what I'm saying and you will deal with what I say. Do you agree with what I'm saying?
Are you setting the house rules or something?
Yes, I am setting the house rules. I'm coming to a specific point. Do you agree with that?
Of course, I'm a civilized person, you know.
So you agree? We're both teaching each other, we're learning from each other, we're having a discussion.
I don't know how much you can teach me, to be honest.
No, I'm a person who's still learning every day. You might know more than me. But the question is, do you agree? Are you trying to come and teach me, right? Now, let me ask you this. So you don't want to teach anything?
I'm not a teacher. I'm here to tell people how to get saved.
So are you coming to learn from me? I just want to understand our interaction. Are you coming to teach me something or learn from me?
I came here because I had some questions about Islam.
So you're coming to learn? If you have questions, you're waiting for someone to teach you the answers. So you're coming to learn?
Yeah, you can say that.
No problem. So you're not here to teach anything?
I'm not a teacher. I'm an evangelist.
Okay, so do you teach something to other people or you don't teach something to other people?
I share the gospel with other people.
Is that a form of teaching?
Well, it depends. I'm sharing.
It's a very simple question I'm trying to get an answer to. Are you here to teach as well, or are you here just to listen to the answers to the questions I'm going to give you? Because if you say
Complicated.
no, it's very important. Because if you're here to learn,
No, to be honest, I'll be honest with you. I'm still kind of shocked that you kind of said it.
Do you want some water?
I have some, thank you.
Okay, no problem.
I'll be honest with you. I'm still a bit shocked.
Yes.
I'm still a little bit shocked that you basically justified a man abusing me and swearing at me. I'm
Okay,
not trying to be dramatic,
that's your own words. Trying to put words in my mouth is not going to work. I clearly said no when you asked me the question, are you justifying? I said no. So you're not being sincere with yourselves. I thought Christianity teaches to be sincere with yourself.
What did you think about his behavior towards me? He was
cursing women is very bad.
So why
it's horrible. It's horrible.
So why
you shouldn't degrade women, and you shouldn't call them dogs. Do you believe you should call women dogs?
What is your point?
Do you believe we should call women dogs?
If you're talking about Jesus,
do you think your God calls women? I didn't say Jesus. You said that.
I know you were going.
Do you think your God calls women dogs? Is that what you believe?
Can you?
I didn't say Jesus. You said Jesus.
Why you
I just asked a question.
Okay, why are you jumping from one thing to the next?
You asked me a question. Do you think we should curse women? I clearly said no. I asked you a question in return.
Why did you say anything to him? Why did you kind of just... Okay,
because he's not a Muslim and it's a public place. I don't know the guy. It's just someone walking by in a public place.
What did you say to him when he was swearing at me and telling me to...
I didn't say anything. Because I didn't want to make the situation even bigger. When someone is angry, is coming to preach something, the right way to deal with them is to let them. Just like you didn't speak back to him, correct? That's the right way to deal with the people. So I didn't speak back to him because it's not my business. He's coming to talk to you, and I don't know who he is. So I have no authority over him. Why should I talk to him?
Okay.
Okay. No, so now let's talk about something productive, right? Because this is something irrelevant, right?
No, I just...
are you here to teach something, or are you just here to learn?
I just wish next time if you see a man abusing a woman, I hope that you can be more gentleman and actually say something more, because I don't feel like as a woman you were protecting me. I feel like you were just allowing him to...
No, I didn't think you needed protection because you have 3 or 4 people with you, 3 men. Why do you need my protection?
It's not about protection.
I don't understand why you need my protection.
It's about, that is, in a minute, it's about, just...
You mentioned it, not me.
Yeah, it's about if you see a man abusing a woman, a man should...
Why did the 4 men with you speak? Why are you coming to talk to the Muslim who has nothing to do with you? You should preach that to your people, your colleagues. You should say to them, all my Christian colleagues who care about your Christian sister, you should have been defending me. Instead of coming to a Muslim who doesn't know who you are, who never met you in his life, trying to enforce him, trying to defend you in a specific way. You should speak to your friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can show I don't know how many people over there, So and he's trying to show you what to say. He should have been defending you. Shouldn't he have been defending you instead of showing you what to say?
There's more Muslims than Christians here.
So anyway, I wish, because it's on camera anyway, I wish you would have said something to him, but it seemed like he justified...
We all have wishes. We all have wishes in life, but we don't all get what we want.
My question was, in eventually, the man, I don't know who he was, but he had like 100 people following him. I don't know that guy, but he said that in Islam, you're allowed to have 4 wives, and you said no, Islam doesn't teach that. So I said, why are you lying?
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say that.
No.
What did you say then?
I will come back to the main question. If you answer it, we'll move forward into a discussion, right? Are you here to teach? Are you here to teach, or are you here to just learn? If you're here to ask me questions only, I'm happy to give you answers. But when I'm giving you answers, you shouldn't be arguing with me if you're not here to teach. But if you are here to teach...
We're having a conversation. A conversation works that,
Do you know why I'm asking that question? Because from what I know, the Bible clearly teaches that a woman should remain silent, she shouldn't teach. So if you're coming here to teach, then you're opposing your own scripture. But if you're not here to teach, if you're here to just learn something, if you're here to ask a question and wait for an answer, I'm happy to answer you. Now what I said... Go ahead, you want to say something?
Yeah, so that's why I said I'm not a teacher, right? However...
So you're here to learn?
The Bible said that all should evangelize. That's why when Jesus resurrected, the first woman, there was a woman actually that he told to go and tell everybody.
Are you talking to me or to the cameras?
Oh, there are... The people will be watching.
I'm talking to you, not to the cameras. These are irrelevant.
Because I'm used to people watching.
Okay, we can talk. We can have a. We said we have a conversation, not with the camera, with me, right? Okay.
So yeah, in the Bible it says women shouldn't teach to men. It specifically says, women can teach other women. Women can teach children. However, all are commanded to share the gospel.
So you shouldn't teach me. According to the Bible.
I can share the gospel because you don't have the truth in
I didn't talk about sharing. I talked about teaching. You shouldn't teach me.
I can share the gospel, right?
But in Islam, women can teach. I'm happy for any woman to come and teach a Muslim woman. I'm happy.
Because I've never seen women and men in the mosque together. So
have you been to a mosque before?
I have been.
Which one?
I've been to the East London Mosque.
And there is no women in East London mosque.
I only see men going into the mosque. I don't see.
So you went to the men's section. There's a whole building called the Maryam.
I see outside.
If you allow me to answer you, there's a whole building called the Maryam Center in East London, which is just only for women. So I don't know how you can miss a whole building.
So are men and women allowed to be together in the mosque?
In the time of the Prophet ﷺ, men used to pray in the front and women used to pray in the back. So they were in the same location. There's no problem with that in Islamically.
Okay.
That might surprise you, but there is no problem with that.
What about now? Because what I'm trying to say is that
even now, a man can pray and a woman can pray in the back. There's no problem. They can be in the same location. There's no issues.
Because when I pass by the mosque, I only see men. I've never seen.
How do you pass by the mosque?
Because there are mosques everywhere in London, right? You can walk past them.
You have to enter them. You cannot pass by them to see what's going on inside. You have to enter.
I see a crowd of men outside the mosque. I don't see women. So are men and women?
That's a good point. So churches are empty and mosques are full of people.
So are men and women allowed to be in the same room?
I answered that question.
No, you said in the time of the Prophet Muhammad.
No, I said even today you can do that. There's no problem.
Even today you
Even
can do
today.
that.
If today I start praying here and women pray here in the back and I pray here, there's no problem, Islamically.
What does it matter? So do you pray in public?
We can pray in public, yes.
Yeah.
In fact, the Prophet Muhammad said, to answer this question specifically, he said, فُضِّلْتُ عَلَى النَّبِيِّينَ بِسِتٍ. I was given 6 virtues over the other messengers or the other prophets. So he had specific 6 characteristics the other messengers did not receive from the Creator. One of them is, he said, the earth was made as a mosque for me. So the whole earth was made as a place of prayer for me. So as long as I find a clean place that does not have anything dirty in it, I can pray in it as a Muslim.
Do you know what the Bible says about praying in public? It says that it's hypocritical and that's the whole reward that you will get. Do you know that?
No problem. Why would I concern myself what the Bible teaches about prayer? I'm not a Christian.
It's the truth.
Truth according to you?
Well, do you believe in the Injil?
I believe in what is the Injil?
The gospel.
Gospel of who?
Of Jesus
Which one?
Christ.
Which one do I believe in? The gospel of Jesus Christ. I agree with you. So when Jesus Christ was walking, was he teaching the people the gospel of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, which was written later on? Or which gospel was he teaching?
He is the good news. He's the gospel, right? Listen.
I'm
the
listening.
Bible account, is what Jesus did. Is the gospel is Jesus Christ, The Bible is an account of what Jesus did. The Bible is God's diary, right? It was written after Jesus. It doesn't change, who Jesus is, what he did on the cross.
You didn't ask me, do you believe in Jesus? You said, do you believe in the gospel, right? So you're confusing. You're confusing. I don't know why you have to whisper things in her ear. She can handle herself, right?
Well,
The gospel. No one is whispering anything to my ears since I started the discussion. It's on camera, right? No one needs to whisper anything into my ear. We can have a discussion, as I said, me and you. You don't need someone to teach you something else, right? Okay, Jesus. Okay, so Jesus was walking and he was teaching something. He was not teaching his biography of his life because his life was not over yet, right? So he was teaching something else, and that was the gospel. That's the gospel that Muslims believe in. So when you ask me the question, do you believe in the gospel? Yes, I believe in the gospel. The gospel that I believe in is the gospel of Jesus, not the gospel of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John.
What is the good news of Jesus Christ? What is the good news? What is the gospel?
He's coming as a messenger of the Creator, a chosen messenger of the Creator. He's telling the people that they should should obey the Creator, worship the Creator alone. Do not associate partners with Him. Do not do idol worship. And He gives glad tidings of messengers that will come after Him. Many things. That's some of it. The most important thing is to say the message to the people. You should worship the Creator, not the creation. So don't worship a human being, a man or a woman or an idol. Worship the Creator who created everything.
Okay, so how many pages do you have in the Quran, approximately, that speak about Isa? Because it's not Jesus.
I didn't count them.
Approximately, you could have a look and tell me.
I didn't count them. He's mentioned by name 25 times. By name.
25 times.
But that's by name. So he could be described not by name in more places, right? So I'm talking about specifically by name. But the number of exact pages that talks about Isa alayhi salam, I'm not aware.
But he was only mentioned 25
It's a good research you can do.
Huh?
It's a good research you can do in your free time.
I mean, I wish that, because you're talking about a different Jesus, right? I wish you could explain. Now, Isa was mentioned in the Quran 25 times.
By name,
right?
by name.
By name. So, does any Muslim in here know?
Again, are you talking to me or are you talking to...
You don't know.
No, but I want to say something just to state this clear. If you're here to talk to me, that's why I asked you in the beginning. I was very clear. Are you here to have a discussion with me? You said, are you sitting the house rules and you laugh? No, I'm making a principle for us to move forward based on it, right? So if you're here to talk to the people, you can go talk to the people. If you're here to talk to me, then you should be talking to me and ask him and that's why I asked you, are you here to teach or speak to me? You're here to ask questions, you said. So I'm waiting for your questions and I'm answering them.
So shall I, because you couldn't answer.
Which one did I couldn't answer?
I asked, how many times is Jesus mentioned in the, so how many pages, and roughly how much context do you have talking about Jesus?
You said exactly your question. How many pages mentions Jesus?
Or how many times, like what is the content of Jesus in the Quran?
I'm not sure. You can do your research on that.
Let's Google it, right?
I'm not sure Google is a credible scholar to have answers for this question. Sorry?
You don't know the answer either. So
No, when you do not know something, you do research. That's why I was telling you to do research. I don't know if Christians do that as well, but as Muslims we're taught to do research, right? So I can open the book and check how many pages talk about him instead of going to check Google.
Right. So we have I've just Googled it. It says that Jesus was mentioned 26 times as Jesus and 8 times as a Messiah. Now, my question to you.
I'm not sure this is accurate.
Okay, I've just Googled it because you don't know.
That's not Google, that's a website.
Yeah, I've Googled and I put on a website.
Yeah, what is the website called?
Right.
You don't know.
I've just got, it's the first thing.
So you just Google things and the first thing that pops up is the truth.
Okay.
Is that how you believe Jesus is God? You just Google is Jesus God?
Let's get this straight, right?
Okay.
So, we have more content of Jesus Christ.
I don't know by the way you're shouting, right? I'm just in front of you, but go ahead.
Okay, I'll try not to shout. I do have a loud voice.
Because women are supposed to be feminine, right?
Are you trying to say I'm not feminine?
No. I'm stating a fact that women are supposed to be feminine.
Okay.
Unless you disagree.
I agree, I have a loud voice.
No problem, go ahead.
You interrupt me quite a lot, so it makes it difficult for me to speak.
You're asking me questions, so I have to answer.
Okay. So you don't know how often was Jesus mentioned in the Quran? You said about 25 times. Now, my kind of question is...
No, I said by name, he's mentioned 25 times clearly. This is something I know. I said the instances that talk about him in general, I'm not sure how many.
Okay. So, do you agree that the Quran has a shorter account of Jesus than the Bible?
A shorter account of Jesus?
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Absolutely, 100%.
All right. So
you want my approval, stamp of approval? Yes, it does.
Okay. So
because the Quran is not a biography of Jesus, or biography of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or biography of any messenger.
Yeah.
So it's not focused on an individual, a human being. It's focused on the Creator of the universe, the one you should be worshiping.
Okay. I worship God, and this is why.
I didn't say you don't.
Right. Can I please,
Of course, finish.
I want to be feminine and respectful, like you said, but it's difficult when every word you interrupt. Thank you. So, do you agree that if the Quran has shorter accounts of Jesus, as shorter accounts of the prophets, and they're different stories, stories that is less reliable than something that was written before, which has longer, extensive content. It doesn't make sense. Let's say you write a book today, right? Or even not today. Let's say the prophets write books over thousands of years, they write accounts, and then a few hundred years later comes this guy, and he not only he changes the story, but the accounts are a lot shorter and inconsistent. Why would anybody follow that?
Okay, I answered the question already. Is it the Quran is not a story about Jesus. Quran is about the Creator. So it should not be talking in thousands of pages about a human being who lived his life, even if he was a mighty messenger of God, even if we love him, even if we revere him. That does not mean the book should be talking everywhere about him. Similarly, that just as the Quran does not talk everywhere about Prophet Muhammad or any other messenger of God.
Who is the Messiah?
So that's a new question now. Okay, who's the Messiah? The Messiah is the person who's chosen by God to fulfill a specific mission. In our tradition, he's a messenger of God and he comes back to kill the Antichrist. That's our belief about the Messiah.
Is Jesus Christ the Messiah?
According to the definition I just gave, yes.
Okay.
To our definition, Islamic
All right.
definition.
Okay. So you're saying that the Quran is a book about God, therefore it wouldn't include detailed information about the Messiah, about the prophets. However, the Quran...
I didn't say that.
What are you saying then?
I said it shouldn't holistically be talking about them. You know, when I interrupt you, with all due respect, is to just correct what you say because sometimes you misrepresent me. That's why I interrupt you.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a problem what you said if the account was consistent, right? So, for example, when we Christians go out and evangelize, we give out books of John's, right? That's only one book of the Bible. Why do we do that? Because it tells you very clearly that Jesus Christ is Lord. It tells you how to get saved. We don't have to give the whole Bible when we need to share. However, that is okay because it's part of the Bible and because it's consistent. Now, the problem in the Quran is that you have not only a different Jesus, different prophets, you have shorter versions and they're distorted and they're written hundreds of years later, right? That shows just itself logically that is false. If there is a story...
Whoa. You're teaching me now. That's not a question.
I'm not teaching.
No. You were just teaching me. That's...
I don't like my
No. You just said...
It doesn't make sense to anyone.
Again, you're not talking to me, right?
Because
Are you here to entertain people or something? Is that your daily job? I'm here to have a serious discussion about salvation, not to entertain people, right? Now, you're teaching me because you're saying it's doing X, Y, and Z, and that is wrong, and that is false. This is called teaching, right? So if you have a question for me, I'm happy to hear your question, but I'm not here to be taught by a woman if her own scripture tells me that she shouldn't be teaching. Other women, Muslim women, I'm happy to be taught.
Okay. Well, first of all, the
Just clarifying.
Right. Yeah, first of all.
So is he talking to me or are you talking to me?
First of all, right?
Just talk amongst yourself. If he's going to talk to me or you're going to talk to me.
Okay, first of all,
Yes.
the scripture about women not teaching, right?
So are you going to teach me that scripture means this or that?
Very fine.
No. You should be asking questions. You said you're here to ask questions.
Okay, right, we're done talking about the Bible. I've just debunked Islam. I've just proven to you that an account written a few hundred years later, which is shorter and distorted, is false. That's why this guy doesn't want me to talk. Now we're going to talk about Islam.
I know you talk.
And you're going to
That's
answer
not
my
true.
questions. You said I can't talk, I can't teach.
You-
So I won't teach anymore. I've just debunked you. Now you're going to answer my questions.
Do you realize by saying I debunked you does not make it true? Do you know that?
The crowd, well,
Do you know that? Do you know that? Okay, it's good you know that. I just was making sure.
Let the viewers decide. Do you agree in an account written...
Again, are you talking to me or are you talking to someone else?
Are we...
You can ask me any question if you want to ask me.
That's fine. We're going
Go
to
ahead.
move on to the Quran now because you don't want to talk about the...
No, I can talk about anything.
I've just debunked you.
No problem. If that's what
And
you
know
believe.
that. I've debunked you.
No
and
problem.
You know that.
You are entitled to your opinion.
The account of Jesus Christ in the Quran is false.
And why is that?
It's shorter.
Can you prove that?
I've proven it to you.
How did you do that? By saying it?
there is logic, right?
Okay.
Right.
Logic proves
even
it.
the prophets, even the prophets. I had one of your colleagues is on Sam Dawah's channel.
I don't have colleagues. What colleagues are you talking
Dawah
about? Do you come to my workplace or something? What colleagues are you talking about?
Dawah colleagues.
No, you can say brothers in faith, which are 2 billion people, so you have to be specific.
Even your brothers in faith a couple of months ago, right? You tried to say to me...
I'm not here to defend other people's statements. Again, are you talking to me or are you talking to someone else?
Can I say something politely just
Go ahead.
to prove my point? Thank you very much. So even this guy at Speaker's Corner, he tried to say that the Pharaoh is king, blah blah blah. We have it written as king in the Quran. No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the Quran. I'm not talking about him.
Can you beat him up, please?
Right. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the
You're
Quran.
talking to me. Don't worry about him.
Okay, so even this Muslim man, and I'm not talking about him because we're not going to make it personal. He said that in the Quran it calls the Pharaoh king and is a king, but actually the account in the Quran of Joseph is one chapter, and we have pages.
Is it this
of
big?
Joseph.
This big?
We have pages in the and now you're trying to say to me that the account in the Quran is more valid in terms of the prophets when the accounts are shorter, they're distorted, written hundreds of years later.
13.
You can go.
13 chapters of Joseph, and you have one chapter, and you're saying their chapter that
Relax,
we have is
relax
true.
a little bit.
There's
Relax.
13
Relax.
chapters
Don't
are
worry.
false.
Relax a little bit. Okay.
Why are you so
You can go
angry?
that. You can. I don't know.
I don't know. Why
I don't know why she
You
is.
sound
But,
very angry. You
but
sound
look.
very, like, upset.
Talk to me, please, my brother. Just allow me to talk. Sorry. You can go to the person who told you that and discuss with him. I don't know what you're telling me about
How
that.
many chapters do you, from what you know? 'Cause
But
I
do you
don't
understand
know.
what I've just said, right? I've not made any claims
No, my
about Joseph.
point-
That's called a straw man, right? I did not make any claims about Joseph. So if you have an issue with someone else who made a claim about
No,
Joseph, you can go. If you allow me, just I allowed you to speak. You can go to that person and you can explain to him. But I don't know. That's irrelevant to me.
Trying to practice her English, let her talk.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Right, I'm not, I will clarify, I'm not making it personal to here. I don't like to make things personal. I don't like to be disrespectful. That's why I don't even talk about Muhammad because I don't even want to go there. However, talking purely in terms of theology, right, we have one chapter of Joseph in the Quran and 13 chapters in the Bible. Now, you as a Muslim tell me, how can a Quran written hundreds of years later with one chapter be more valid and more reliable than the Bible written thousands of years before with a more extensive content?
Can I answer?
Yeah.
One is from God and the other is corrupted.
There is no proof of corruption.
Done. I've answered your
We
question.
no.
You have a new question now.
Right.
As I said, you're not here to teach me. You're not here to teach me. You're here to ask me questions.
Okay.
So if you have a question about what I said, you can then clarify. This is my question. I'm happy to answer you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Just be careful because I think that you guys are in front of the camera. Yeah. If you just allow the camera to.
If you interrupt politely, you can listen, but we're gonna interrupt if we want to.
Sisters, please allow me to speak to her, please.
Shut up.
Please.
Don't talk to us with disrespect. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay, can you talk to me now? Can you talk to me?
Banged on the spot. You're
Okay.
getting banged on the
Let's
spot.
talk.
Jihad.
Sisters, please, sisters, look, the Prophet sister,
I don't give a fuck.
sisters,
Shut up. You're
Sisters.
speaking to us.
look,
Speaking.
yeah, please talk to her, sister. Come, talk to me. Yeah.
Okay. I don't like.
By the way, I don't condone this behavior. This is not a good Muslim behavior. I'm very clear on that. Yeah.
Thank you, because we can agree to disagree and we can discuss, but I don't like abusive behavior.
Of course, I agree with you.
Okay.
Sure.
So,
I agree with
Hell is there for dusty.
I agree with you. Okay, let's can we focus on our discussion?
Yeah.
Because when you talk to someone, then they feel like you're talking to them. They
No,
will.
it's just very difficult when you're being abused, you know. It's like,
Okay,
but,
no problem.
No.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. By the way, let me say something very important, right? If you cannot handle the pressure, you shouldn't be doing this.
I can handle.
So if you feel like you're gonna start to cry, my advice to you is that this is not something you should be doing, right?
I'm not
If you do not, I'm just giving you advice. I'm giving you advice, right? If you can handle yourself, you can engage with other people, and you're not feeling stressed, because I feel like you're a bit feeling stressed, or you're about to cry or something like that. If this is the case, if this is the case, then my advice, a sincere advice for you, because I'm worried about your safety. You shouldn't be doing this if you're afraid.
No, I just.
Why do you take my advice? Do you laugh at my advice? I'm giving you sincere advice.
I'm just. Thank you for your guys, please, because it gets too much when people are talking. We're having a conversation.
They are your friends if you allow them to.
Okay, so I can handle the pressure. What I don't like is abuse. Okay, but it's finished now. We can go back to the.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And I